There it is.
Welcome to Sin and Gin podcast. I'm Victor Garsley.
I am the Crow Boy.
I am Mr. Graves.
And I am Frank and Jean.
And you are joined here on Sin and Gin podcast, the podcast where we play games, we tell facts, we find out the latest news stories, and we are four middle-aged men getting drunk on a Zoom call, awaiting death.
On a Thursday.
Thursday.
Local time.
Local time. So, yes, big things happening this week.
Big things. Tears.
Somewhere. I don't know.
Somewhere. I'm sure there is somewhere.
What do you reckon the biggest thing going on right now is?
I reckon Ice Cube is new album.
I reckon 2021 is the year for a new Ice Cube album. That will make us feel better.
Ice Cube.
And Limp Bizkit's Break Stuff 2.
Oh,
Break Stuff 2.0.
Return of the hot dog flavoured water.
The breaking.
Actually, what is your...
More hot dog, more flavoured.
Are you going to say what's your favourite Limp Bizkit song?
No.
We did that last week.
Yeah, no. I wasn't going to say that. But I was going to say, like, I know last time we picked a song, but if you could just have one album that reminds you of your childhood, what album would it be?
Are we talking childhood or are we talking like teenage years?
Like teenage years.
You found your musical love sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is the album that you've had to buy twice because you've listened to it so much. The CD is worn out.
Oh well, Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park. If you want the serious answer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Literally exactly the same. I remember getting that album on the day it came out and listening to it on repeat all day until my dad came in and went, "Please put something else on before I kill you."
Really?
I have an opposite story to that. So this is a little wholesome segment in our normally
Willies and Pooh
show. So one of my musical influences was my own mother, because I've always been into
my influence.
I've always been into like rock music, so I'd listen to like my dad's Clash tapes and like my mum's Duran Duran tapes, and but she would have this teaching job where she'd get home just before I'd get home from school because I'd cycle and she would drive, and she would always turn on. Do you remember MTV2? Yeah, and Kerrang, and she was like, I've heard this wonderful new style of music. It's called nu metal. And
I've heard your mum, and she definitely doesn't speak like that.
No, she's really
wonderful type of music.
No, she's actually from the east.
An old Victorian woman.
Yeah. She's actually from the East End of London, so she speaks nothing like that. Yeah. She's like, all right, mate. Yeah, we've got this great new stuff.
Sounds like Frank Butcher. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, mate. I do. You all right?
But I would come home and then she would have bought like some CDs that she'd found. She'd have like Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park. NoFX, all this kind of stuff, and she'd be like, "Yeah, check this out. I'm loving this." And I was like into like Oasis and Ocean Colour Scene and stuff like that. And I'd be like, "Whoa, this is noisy." And I was like,
"Noisy?
This is good, noisy."
Are your mum and you just role reverse? Is it like Funky Friday?
But one of my favourite things ever was just coming home from school and we just spent like an hour watching the stuff on MTV2 and Kerrang, which was normally stuff you'd flick to in the adverts in later life. But yeah. But Linkin Park Hybrid Theory was one I really remember, and I remember the sequel or the follow up, Meteora, coming out, and I queued outside MVC for it. If you can remember that, R.I.P.
MVC.
Yeah.
I remember
That's going back.
You're not going to believe this.
Is it? I think I know what it is.
But it was the first Slipknot album.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say Slipknot, or I thought you were going to say Follow the Leader by Korn.
I was expecting Follow the Leader by Korn, actually. Yeah.
No, it was the first Slipknot album, and so I remember like this is when I was like first getting into like rock music and stuff. What are you laughing at, Dave?
It reminded me of something that you used to have on your wall or in your cupboard.
Yeah, all right. So I had this and I wouldn't stop playing it. It was just, but then like,
the one is that the one with Wait and Bleed on?
Yeah. But then being like 13, 14, like you're trying to get into your rockerness, rah. But then you don't know where to shop and buy clothes from. So
we didn't have Hot Topic.
No, there was none of them. The goths and the they don't understand the trouble that we had from trying to get clothes.
Well, we had to get a train to Camden Market.
Yeah. Of course, we were only like 13, 14, so we couldn't really do it. Like, we did occasionally, and it's normally with, an adult. But I remember...
Cyberdog.
I remember going to Marks and Spencer's, and they had these, like, combat trousers that were, like, really baggy.
Because they were designed for old men.
Stuff like that,
Yeah.
Gardening
I had these...
they probably were.
Yeah. But
do they have active waistband on them?
Active waistband.
There was
trademark Marks and Spencer's.
There was three of us, but we did in my little grunge group that we used to go. But we all were like, let's all get different colours though, so we don't look the same.
Yeah, I'll get black. You get lighter black, and then
yeah. No, I think it was like white. Green and black.
Why?
My parents were pretty liberal. They let us go to Camden quite a lot when we were younger. But we used to go to that shop. Cyberdog used to really scare me when I was younger. It was flashing lights. It was like the Matrix to me.
Yeah.
Quick question, sorry lads. Like going on the same idea. What was your first ever band T-shirt or hoodie? Can anyone remember?
I think again it was Linkin Park because I begged my parents to take me to a Linkin Park gig at that point.
Mine was Marilyn Manson because I was trying to go for shock factor.
I had a Korn and a System of a Down hoodie.
Oh yeah, I had a System of a Down hoodie. I probably had the same fucking one. Was it the one with the big hand on it?
Yeah, the big.
Yeah.
Mine were Murder Dolls and Offspring.
Murder Dolls.
Oh, I couldn't get on board with it. You didn't tell us what your album was, Ash.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, the Marshall Mathers LP.
Oh, that's a great album. I had that as well.
I remember. Yeah. That was such a taboo album back then. I can remember being a kid and listening to it, but when the song, well, not the songs, when he's doing like the blowjob thing and stuff like that, being like, oh, quick, skip it before something.
It was you had to get your parents to buy it. I remember. I remember actually. Me and Ash went to the same school, and I had a friend called Jake, and you all know Jake. His mum found out that a lot of the albums had swearing in, like Limp Bizkit and stuff like that, and she put them all in a bin bag and took them back to HMV. So he could only listen to the songs when he went out on lunch, and he borrowed one ear of my CD player, and he got to listen to all of his sweary songs, and he was only allowed to keep like 5 and N-Dubs or whatever was out at the time.
Oh man!
But anyway, that was a long segue. This is the Sin and Gin podcast. Matt, do you want to tell us what's coming up this week?
Oh yeah, we've got Count Factula. Hello.
They just come out with like a little fucking sort of box or something.
Was you sleeping, mate? Was you sleeping? No. I always get shouted at by you. No, all right, you're allowed to come. All right, we'll let you in.
Yeah, one week only.
Come on. Oh, really? Shut up. And then we have Joe's game. What's it called?
I Am Grout.
I Am Grout. So, fuck knows what that is. And, of course, we have the shit news, and we have the Blank O Mattic.
That one, yeah.
I Am Grout.
If you're hearing that, if you maybe missed the last couple of episodes, or you're jumping about like the madman you are, we're doing this remotely because of the incident, part 2.
Electric
Boogaloo. So please, there may be more technical difficulties than ever because of the game I decided to play. So just bear with us. Slip into your favourite listening trousers. Your designated listening trousers that we sent you in the post. Get your favourite drink out. Yeah. Get your favourite drink out. Sit back and enjoy the show.
I just think of the quote. Calm down, baby. Have a piece of cheese.
Here's Count Factula.
I've got facts for you. You've got facts for me. Well, here comes Count Factula to drain you with his facts.
I I am Count Factula. Hey. Hey.
Oh, he's Dutch.
Hey, you guys, it's me, Count Factula.
Hey, he's been hanging out with you Dutch this week. Eh? Well, it's funny you say that, Ken. How are you, Ken? You're right this week.
I'm good, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right, okay.
The blonde coming out of you.
We're gonna jump off that
Put your
one.
Fanta away.
Oh, he's been drinking all the orange goodness. Everyone, if you've never been in the wonderful world of Count Factula before, this is where we all tell each other wonderful facts. They're wonderful because at the beginning of this show, we didn't really research them, and now we're all starting to dig deep into the world of finding decent facts. So now I feel like we're all making a bit more of an effort. Oh, maybe not.
Maybe.
Not this week.
20%
not.
more.
Kind of.
We'll see what happens later.
I mean,
on.
come on.
I spent all my time researching the Cowling Wall of City, whatever it was last week.
Oh yeah, still researching it now.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, and let's we'll give Joe a little break.
Oh.
Not with young Matthew.
Oh, we're going with me. Okay.
Yes.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to take you down a fun, enjoyable trip.
Oh yeah.
What do you guys know about cremation?
I know that there's
Lit.
Whee! Bernie, ashes, sad death.
I know, but what do you know
Ash.
about it? So I decided to do a bit of research on cremation.
I figure it's like the world's biggest pizza oven.
Well, so one of the most interesting things that I found about cremation, when you've gone through a tough time and your dearly departed has passed away.
So you gone through a tough time. He died.
Yeah,
You've been burned.
No, I meant like you as a family member.
Yeah, fair enough.
You get given this urn, and in the urn is ashes. But actually, there's a bit of ash in it, but it's mainly what's really returned to you is the person's ground up skeleton.
Oh.
Well, I suppose you're right. The rest would burn away, wouldn't it?
Oh, because of the heat to burn the bones. Yeah.
You literally get
Well, the rest melts, doesn't it?
yeah. So once you burn off all the water, soft tissue, organs, skin, hair, cremation, what you're left is just bone, and then it gets put through basically a blender.
A mortar and pestle.
So neutral bits around the back.
Yeah, and you just get a pot of ground up bones.
Do you know what? It seems really obvious when you say it, but I never really thought about it.
I know.
I didn't want to think about it.
So yeah, cremation goes to temperatures over 1,400 degrees Fahrenheit. They only put one body in at a time. It's actually
a bit weird.
for legal reasons. It takes two,
like a consent.
but it takes
You're dead.
it takes 2 to 2.5 hours.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
I didn't really sit that long.
Yeah, so basically, if you turn the heat down a bit, the meat just falls right off the bone.
How long? So if it takes 2 hours, to do a person,
Yeah.
half the time you could do a suckling pig.
Yeah.
Just right.
Yeah, you can use the same heater.
Well, supposedly there's a bit. If it takes 2 hours, supposedly there's a time when you're just medium rare.
But it's just perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
The crematorium people are literally outside going, "And look now, this is the bit where he's just right." Oh, look at that.
Crack some garlic. Put some garlic rub on that.
Put my hand in there if it wasn't so hot.
so then I started. So
I wonder what it smells like.
Pork crackling.
Oh.
So then I started doing a bit of research into like other ways your body can be disposed of. As we've discussed before, that I'd like to be fly tipped on the M25.
Yeah.
But obviously we know that it can get turned into a diamond. One of them is donate yourself to a body farm, and this allows training forensic scientists to learn how to be forensic scientists. One of them that looks really grim, you get buried in a suit with...
I thought you said soup.
Just
I want to be buried in soup.
delicious body broth. And it's literally this like black suit, and you're like that, and you're completely covered in this black suit, but in the suit is all like mushrooms and so you basically you decompose quicker, and then mushrooms start to appear.
Isn't that just the plot of The Last of Us?
Oh, don't they terrify me?
Yeah, so then you've got like you can one of them is you can fill your body up with plastic. So did you ever see the
and pollute the ocean? Fuck them. Fuck the fish.
Stick yourself up the nose of a turtle.
I want to be filled with small plastic beads and thrown into the ocean.
Fuck turtles.
I want to be turned into ring porn.
Right, listen here, right? What I hate about turtles, right? So did you ever watch the Body Worlds thing? You know, where like it was an exhibition.
I went to that.
Oh yeah. That was
so
years ago.
You can get your ashes put into a vinyl record. And you can also get launched into outer space. But the worst one I've seen...
Expensive.
Obviously, people like different urns. And you can get a 12-inch figure of yourself or just or likeness that will cost about $250. So it's an urn that looks like your face. I'll just show the screen. Oh shit!
Matt tried to show he just tried to show the screen, but he threw his phone across the room. Is that Barack Obama?
I hate it.
I think so. But
is he dead?
The thing I like best is that you can actually get ashes put into a teddy bear, and there's nothing sweeter, if perhaps an infant has died, to keep her ground up bones in a teddy bear.
A hug every so often.
You can get.
Go on, Joe. Sorry.
I was going to say I've seen ashes be put into a ring and someone's worn that, and I always thought that was a little morbid. But
I think my favourite thing to do and what people should do, to make sure they get their calcium, is just put a sprinkle on their cereal every morning.
Oh yeah, a bit of ground up bones.
Yum yum.
You'd get a lot. Yeah, you'd get calcium. Yeah, you get a bit of iron in there.
Yeah,
everything, wouldn't you?
Delicious.
And you keep your significant other with you. At all times.
And so before I move on to the next person, I was originally I just have to throw this little fact in. It's completely unrelated, but apparently there was a Roman emperor called Poopy Anus.
I'm sure that's not how you say that.
No, it is.
Poppy Anus.
Pupienus.
Well, that's probably not how you said it in Latin.
Anus. Pandas.
Joe.
Yeah, don't ruin a good thing.
Poopy anus, sorry, yeah.
I've got a side fact to one of the things that you mentioned about throwing your body into space.
Poopy anus.
I have a poopy anus. There's only actually one body that's in space at the moment. I can't remember the name of the person. He paid a lot of money to have his body pumped out into space. But the whole theory of that when you die, if you're working on a spaceship and something like that your body's put out into space to just float off is a lie, because it's technically littering. And it counts as a fine. You'll get in trouble for it. So if all bodies that die, I think they're actually decompressed into some sort of form of a bag or something like that, or they're contained.
They take them back down, yeah.
Yeah, but they bring them all back.
Yeah.
So, there's only one body.
Put them in a bag.
Just put them in a Tesco bag and wrap it up really tight.
Right.
If I die, I want my body to be given to some Ed Gein type who will make good use of all the parts.
Make a delicious nipple belt.
Yeah, well, you can't say. You can say many things about the man, but you can't say that he wasn't resourceful.
Yeah.
Was.
So, Joe, what's your fact this week?
Oh Christ! I've gone old school with this, right? Because I spent too much time making my game, and I've gone old school to the find a fact in 20 minutes and talk about it. So,
website.
If you've listened to the past few episodes, I've gone quite in depth with some. I've got really into some of the facts I've told. This one is it's pretty short.
In the last 10 minutes.
It's pretty short. Have you guys ever eaten a fig?
Yeah, well,
I know exactly where
biscuits.
it's going.
Yeah. Have you eaten a fig?
Yeah.
Figs have wasps in. That's basically the fact.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, before you carry on, I think that this fact goes almost down the same line as Nancy's male seahorses give birth.
I didn't know this.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know this one
Well, I guess you've got it all figured out.
So let me.
I guess you think your Figging amazing.
Well, there you go. You've done the 2 puns.
Nice.
So
Figuring it through.
Right, it's no big deal.
basically, the article to this was: have you ever eaten a wasp? If you eat figs, the answer could be yes, but actually, in reality, it's probably no. But anyway, if you've eaten a wild fig, anyway. So figs can only reproduce through these kind of types of wasps. And when people think of wasps, they think of yellow jackets. And actually, side fact, bonus, there are more. They think now there are more wasps than any other type of creature. They used to think it was, I think beetles or something random like that. But basically, there are so many different types of wasp in the world, all the way down to like the microscopic, like almost like impossible to see with the human eye, all the way up to probably the biggest ones are like hornets and things like that. So these are quite small. They're only 1 millimeter in size, but basically they go into the fig, lay their eggs, and then they can't get back out. So actually, if you bite into a wild fig at the wrong time, you may be biting into wasps. Actually, they've got an enzyme in them that breaks down the exoskeleton, and it just becomes part of that delicious, juicy fruit. So eventually, the eggs hatch, they fly out, and the mother lives for another day after she's laid the eggs. She gets dissolved into the plant. It's not even a fruit. It's an inverse flower, apparently. The fig. But yeah, gets absorbed into it. The eggs have a kind of thing that protects them. Then they have a little bit of time to escape, and there you go. Delicious. The weird thing is they cannot pollinate any other way, except that commercial figs now, they found a way to make them do it without the wasps. So you're not actually eating wasps, you're eating from the store. I just thought it was interesting that in the wild, that is the only way they can pollinate is with these specific type of wasp.
It's just so figging cute.
So freaking cute. It's a bit like fucking hell. It's a bit like the avocado, because the avocado has got such a big stone, it can't go very far from its source.
Right.
But something
Where does that go?
Well, something eats it that has a really big bum hole. Clearly,
Me.
Matt goes around and eats. He's so middle class that he goes around eating all the avocados,
Class people with their big bum holes.
and then pooping it out of his big old bum hole. But if you are genuinely worried about there being wasps in your figs and it's put you off figs, just remember you're more than likely to have aphids in the hops that made your beer than you are wasps. And now Dave the vegan is pulling a face in the corner. But you're the FDA, this is American, is you're allowed 2,500 aphids for every 10 grams of hops. It's a lot of fucking aphids.
That is a lot.
So basically, your beer may not be as vegan as you think, Dave.
Where's this made? This is made in Manchester.
Ash, what's your fact?
Okay, so being up north, I was talking to a couple of people about the railways, and
I hope you were not talking to them in person, Ashley.
No. Well, people that I'm in my support bubble with. But anyway, shushy wishes and listen to my fictus. Right. Right. So I was talking actually about railway deaths, to be precise. And
Nice.
The sort of fundamental one I'm looking at today is the first widely reported death from a railway in the 1830s, when the first intercity railway was opened between Liverpool and Manchester. And it was actually someone that was a sort of quite a high MP at the time, called William Huskisson. I think I got that right. I'll probably be killed if I haven't.
Wait. The first intercity railways between Manchester and Liverpool?
Yes.
Not London and somewhere else?
Nope. Liverpool and Manchester. So, basically, Mr. Huskisson, as we called him, had been diagnosed with a condition that caused inflammation of his kidneys and had to have surgery. He was advised by his doctor not to go to the opening ceremony of this train, but he decided to anyway. So as the train was going through, basically along the line, it took a scheduled stop to take on water, being a locomotive. And it was advised that passengers shouldn't get off the train, but they usually did, to have a look around and that kind of stuff. And he was one of the ones that got off. Now, in this time, there was another train coming in the opposite direction. Most people, like I said, you had 3 methods of avoiding the train, because trains didn't go very fast at this time.
Get out of the way.
Yeah, get out of the way. So it was get back in the carriage, go to the other side, or stand in the middle, because there was a good gap between the 2 trains. Mm-hmm. But what this guy did was he started to panic as the train was coming, and they called out that a train was on the way, so he couldn't decide where to go. And he was quite a clumsy guy to begin with, so he started hopping from either side of the track, like, oh, I don't feel safe here. Oh, I'll go back. And then eventually, as the train started coming forward, he went to jump on the carriage and kind of got caught on the door and literally just got taken with the train along with the side. And it severely mangled his leg. So he didn't die from the train hit itself. He just completely fucked his leg. And so they basically ripped... Oh, go on, Matt. Yeah, go on.
No, just say it. Just go to show you can never trust trains.
He sounds like Mr. fucking Bean.
But,
the way it's described is very much
but you
like
can't trust trains. They've got locomotives.
Oh my God, what is with you tonight?
Did you drink some pun potion or something? What's in that drink?
The reason why he kind of something that I missed out was that he initially got off the train to try and repair a relationship with. He had a falling out with someone and ended up leaving the government and all that kind of stuff at the time. So this train was being pulled by a rocket. He got his leg mangled by it and survived, but they ripped a door off of the train and put him on it, and they couldn't do a field amputation, so they had to take him away. He wrote his will that day, and he died later that evening. So it wasn't the train technically that killed him, it was the fact that he had a really fucked leg. But yeah, but that was the first widely reported train death.
It quickly derailed, didn't it?
Yeah, but it's the first widely reported death. But it coincides with the first intercity link, for the general consumer, the general.
I get that. Was it the rocket? Was it Stevenson's rocket? It didn't go very fast. It went 5 miles an hour.
They weren't very fast at all.
No. I get that trains were new and you'd never seen anything like it. They were still fucking massive. This guy, I just got the image of this guy and this thing coming at 5 miles an hour towards him going,
I'll literally describe it. Here we go. So yeah, it says Huskisson was known to be clumsy and had endured a long list of problems from his regular trips and falls. He had twice broken his arm and never fully recovered the use of it. Added to this, he was only weeks post-surgery and was present against his doctor's advice. On realising his danger, he panicked and made 2 attempts to cross the other line, but changed his mind and returned to the Duke's carriage. At this point, Joseph Locke became aware and threw the rocket into reverse, but it would have taken 10 seconds to have any effect. Huskisson then panicked that the gap between the 2 trains was not big enough and so tried to clamber into the Duke's carriage. However, the carriage door had not been latched, so it slowly swung open, leaving him hanging directly in the path of the oncoming rocket, which hit the door, throwing Huskisson onto the tracks in front of the train, and his leg was horrifically mangled by the locomotive.
Yeah, because it weighs fucking ton.
Those wheels chewed him up.
Fuck me.
Matt, what is wrong with you? Are you okay? Are you okay,
right, after Count Factula, I am banning puns.
I'm telling you.
He's normally the one that bans them.
Dave, what's yours?
I don't want to tell it now. I'm scared.
Can you make anything into a pun in your fact?
Just read mine through. Hopefully not.
Matt.
Well, let's see what Matt can do with this one. Stop it. Right, you wanker. You've all heard of Agatha Christie.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
About an author this time. I did another one before. I can't remember who it was. So, did you know that she saved a baby's life a year after she died?
What? Yeah.
No,
I'm just going, yeah, as in my mind is blown.
Weird, right? So, basically, she wrote a novel called The Pale Horse years and years ago, back in, this baby's life was back in 1977. The baby was 19 months old. She wrote a book called The Pale Horse, which described thallium poisoning so well that a nurse who had read the book or been reading the book at the time recognized it and noticed that this baby was also kind of suffering with the same sort of illnesses, recommended it to the doctors at the time. So they took the baby in for tests for thallium poisoning. Turned out the baby was dying of thallium poisoning, was able to save it, and now the baby lives today. But yeah, this 19-month-old child went into hospital. It was there for ages. They couldn't figure out exactly what was wrong with it. Doctors were completely stumped. And this nurse happened to be reading The Pale Horse, which mentioned thallium poisoning it goes into full detail of one of the characters in The Pale Horse, basically dying of thallium poisoning, where your limbs kind of seize up and you just basically shut down.
Is it Valium?
Thallium, TH.
Oh, thallium.
Yeah. But yeah, that literally, this 19-month-old child was doing that. The nurse recognised it from the book and then saved the child's life.
That's pretty good. I mean, she was she was an amazing author. But yeah, that's really cool. That's actually really cool.
That is actually awesome.
Yeah.
It reminds me of you know the film Fight Club.
Yeah.
Although we're not meant to talk about it. In the original cut of Fight Club, there's a bit, you know, where he's talking about the Brad Pitt character is talking about all the things you can do with soap, and then you can make household explosives using this, that, and the other. The original cut had an actual recipe for making dynamite with household items, and the studio were like, "No, you can't give the general public an easy way to make fucking explosives. Yeah. You've got to cut that out." But yeah, that was Count Factula. We did a thing, and here we go. Goodbye to the next. See ya.
You of what?
We're good at changing links.
Bye. Adios.
Listen to an advert.
Do you sometimes walk into a room and forget why you're in there? Or could it be that you've forgotten someone's name or even their birthday? Or were you halfway through a task and you completely forgot what you were doing? Then you've probably got amnesia. Do you sometimes walk into a room and forget why you're in there? Or could it be that you've forgotten someone's name or even their birthday? Or were you halfway through a task and you completely forgot what you were doing? Then you've probably got amnesia. Do you sometimes walk into a room and forget why you're in?
Right. Do you remember, I think it was a couple of episodes ago now, I was talking about my good man, Vin Diesel.
Oh yeah.
Now you see where this is going.
Oh, right.
The reason we were speaking about him is because he released a new song and it was kind of weird, but not terrible, but all right.
Solid 6.
I went into the wonderful world of Vin Diesel, and finding out all kinds of wonderful things about him. My favorite,
that beautiful book.
Yeah. Well, did you know he was born Mark Sinclair? And he was born in 1967. But one of my favorite things. What's happening?
Sorry, listeners.
Technical difficulties.
We're pretending to freeze on screen.
I'm so confused about what's going on.
We're just staying.
I haven't pretended to freeze.
But you're not pretending because you just keep laughing.
I know.
You're derailing my segment.
Sorry, carry on.
I was really confused. I thought something had gone horribly wrong when I was talking about the fact that Vin Diesel was born Mark Sinclair.
we were just quiet.
Oh, well, you found that hilarious. So Mark Sinclair, or as we know him, Vin Diesel. We spoke about his Facebook page, which has nearly 100 million fans. Mm-hmm. And one of the weirdest things he does is he shares fan-made art with pride. And I'm just going to share with you, and those who are watching on video will be able to see it on screen. But can you guys see this?
Yeah.
So I've got some great quotes from this, and I don't think he said any of them. So you angels can turn hate to love, change poison into medicine, and replace doubt with dreams. Vin Diesel.
Ali Van Dyke.
Ali Van Dyke.
Yeah. Oh, I hope you always have a reason to smile. Vin Diesel. 27 million. That's just a picture of him without shirt on and angel wings.
What's it saying?
Bear in mind, he shares all of these on his own Facebook. And in the year 2020, so many people still reaches for his inner peace. Vin Diesel. I like these ones because they've just got like a quote from somewhere else and then just a picture of Vin Diesel. And his fans call it Vin Book. You know, believe in your dreams.
God.
I really do love our planet.
Oh my God.
Vin Diesel.
And my favourite one is this one where someone's photoshopped his face on a baby tiger.
Oh, he's not. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, it's Vin Diesel's face.
He wasn't.
Fish.
But
I wish it was
I
fish.
have a little game. I have a little game for you guys to play. So I was watching some interviews with Vin Diesel as well, and he's batshit crazy. So I cut out some interviews for some press runs he did for his films The Pacifier, in which he was he was a babysitter / ex-marine or something.
Oh yeah, I remember that film.
And The Last of the Witch Hunters or something like that. I don't know what the name of the film was. It looked awful. But I've cut out some key words, and I'm going to need you to guess what the words were.
Okay.
And this interview, it's genuinely weird. Like, I'll play you a clip. See if you can hear this clip, where he just starts singing to the person who's interviewing him, and it's really fucking weird. To give you context to how weird these interviews were, so see if you can hear this.
But I'll tell you what. You are ahead of everyone. You shocked all of them.
What?
They can't believe they. Did you hear anybody give a better answer?
What?
So that gives you an idea of.
Turn it up.
Okay. So I'm going to start off.
Okay. So we have to guess the words.
Yeah, that he says in this next one, where I've selectively beeped them out.
Okay.
Just wanted to tell you that you're. And,
Vin Diesel thinks.
I think I've heard this one before. Did he call her beautiful or something like that? And I'm sure he got shit on Twitter for this, or pretty, or something along those lines.
No, that's a different interview.
All right, okay.
Can you play it again? Can you turn it up a bit?
Yeah,
I can turn it up a bit for you. For you, I'll turn it up.
Or keep it low.
I'll keep it low. There we go.
just wanted to tell you that you're. And,
Vin Diesel thinks.
An arsehole.
Vin Diesel thinks I'm fucking. No, is it? I feel like it's either a long word like beautiful or it's fucking shit.
Yeah, I've got no idea.
Shit.
What is it?
It's important. He thinks she's important. And then he gets the whole team
important.
clap her.
It was 3 syllables.
Yeah. He gets the whole team to clap her for about an awkward minute where he stands there going like this for being a reporter. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well done.
Here's the second one.
you just keep opening up to my.
You just keep
opening up to my.
You just keep
something to my heart.
Drawers of my house.
What did you say, Dave?
Something of my heart. It's got to be like you keep opening up something to my heart.
I'll give you that.
Keep opening up valves.
It's pieces of my heart.
Yes.
And they get weirder from here.
I like your one, Matt.
This one?
Drawers in my house.
Yeah, I mean, I'd never had the opportunity to.
The opportunity.
Just one word.
Yeah, I mean, I'd never had the opportunity to.
Lick-a-dick-a-day.
Drag. It was
drag my arsehole along a carpet.
It was direct.
All right. Sorry.
Direct. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, mine was probably a bit long.
That's not a weird or funny one.
I didn't say they were weird or
Funny,
funny.
Vin Diesel.
We're
If you
building
listen to
up.
this, Vin,
We're
that
building up.
wasn't
All right.
When I think of Bill, I go so deep into like.
Bill Gates.
He said, when I think of Bill Gates, that's what I thought I had.
When I think of Bill
Gates.
When I think of Bill.
When I think of Bill, I go so deep into like.
When I think of Bill Murray, I go so into a Ghostbusters trance.
I think it's when I think of Bill Gates, I go so deep into space and time and twin.
No.
Shit. Go on, go.
It's when I build, I go deep into building a character. What about this? What about this one?
When I think of.
Oh no, that's the same one.
When I think of build.
When I think of build.
And even in rehearsal, if you wanted to find me, I was probably with a 9-month-old baby.
I'll play that one again.
And even in rehearsal, if you wanted to find me, I was probably with a 9-month-old baby.
Frolicking.
Does he say that word so slowly or something like that? I was practicing.
Fiddling.
Chomping down on.
It was out on a stroll with a 9-month-old baby, and it wasn't his baby. Just to be clear, it was
still weird.
A baby that was there.
I mean, he is Vin Diesel. He could probably just steal them off the street.
You just read one. Renting a 9-month-old baby.
I want this for my Mustang.
And this last one,
My mother would say, because she would laugh. My mother finds humor in Chronicles of Riddick. Any character I've ever played, she laughs at something. But she remembers me as being this that spent a lot of time in the principal's office because of my
cock who plays with his cock.
Yeah, plays with his cock.
He remembers me being and I spent a lot of time with the principal being a clown.
a clown is
I was
right.
say probably
Yeah.
clown, yeah.
Oh, I have one
Clown
more.
who plays with his cock.
Yeah.
Clown.
I have one more, and I can't remember what one it is.
Love how I'm just thinking of stupid ones. So it's mad. Dave's like, it's definitely this.
came from bouncing in New York City. While I was beating the I needed to find a job that wouldn't interfere with my
While I was beating the beep, I needed
Joe,
to find a
quick
job that wouldn't
question.
interfere with my...
Yeah.
Is that Monty?
Let me play that again.
the physique came from bouncing in New York City. While I was beating the I needed to find a job that wouldn't interfere with my
Working out?
Beating the beat.
Yeah.
Like, he's talking about working out, right?
Yeah, he said when he was beating the pavement, he needed a job that didn't interfere with his working out. So there you go.
Vin Diesel.
We figured out the inner workings of Vin Diesel through this segment.
Dave has seen all of these interviews. I think he's probably got XXX in his DVD
That's
player
why
on
he shaved his
repeat.
hair off.
Literally, I was going to say. Why do you think I shaved my head?
What do you think? What do you think Vin Diesel's best role is, Dave?
You know what? I haven't actually watched a lot of Vin Diesel films.
No, I don't think I have.
I think the only film I've seen is Saving Private Ryan.
Oh yeah, that. But I mean, like, that's a film where you find out years later, like more recently, you go, Vin
he's
Diesel
in
was in it.
Yeah.
And then you find
I
out
didn't
everyone
even
was
know
in
it
that
was
film.
One of my favourite quotes by him that I found was, when I did the first Fast and Furious, I didn't want there to be a sequel to the first one. I didn't think it needed a sequel. What was it, last year? Fast and Furious 8 came out.
Yeah. Nine.
Oh, sorry.
They're making
Oh.
the 10th. They're
Oh,
making the 10th,
trust
I
you to
think.
go with 9, Fanta boy.
Why are you saying no to it?
I said 8.
Seen any of them. Oh wait, I've not seen any. I don't think I've seen.
I haven't
past
seen.
two.
I haven't seen one.
I've seen
yeah.
1 and 2.
You know what? We should do a video of Sin and Jin watch Fast and Furious and react to it.
Let's start at the middle. Let's start at 5.
Explosion.
Can we just start at 5?
Go, Drew.
Why
Let's
not?
start on that
Yeah,
one.
let's start.
Wait. Send your suggestion for the first Fast and Furious film.
What's the first
what order
Fast
should
and
we watch
Furious film that we
What's
should
the first
watch?
one we should watch? Sin and Jin podcast at gmail.com, and we'll watch it and react to it.
Yeah,
Marvel
and then
films. Is there a certain order that you should watch them?
5, 2, 1, 7.
Is it like the Legend of Zelda where they're just all over the place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep. Oh crap, guys! The next news station's coming in. We're gonna have to go there.
Okay, we'll head over to
Are you tired and thirsty all the time?
Why, yes. Yes, I am.
Dull dating life getting you down?
Why, yes. Yes, it is.
Well, why not try Kid Fiddler's new sparkling water?
featuring the new original nanocarbonation enzyme technologies from Juicy Crew. Guaranteed to give you 100% whole hydrations.
Ooh.
Add 10 years onto your life.
Ah.
And take 10 years off of your sexual preference.
Wait, what?
Sourced fresh from the foothills of Argentina.
No, wait, hang on. What was that last one?
And carbonated here on the soil of Great Britain.
Seriously, please elaborate on that.
And if you're not having much luck on the dating scene, Kid Fiddler's new sparkling water will also broaden your horizons. All of your potential romantic interests are guaranteed to be below 4'8". Until they hit puberty, of course.
Nah, f*** this, I'm out.
The Juicy Crew NONCE technologies keep the water sparkling for longer, so one bottle is guaranteed to last you all the way to the playground.
I'm calling the police.
Comes in 4, 6, and 8 to 12. Kid Fiddler's sparkling water. Unleash the nonce.
Regular consumption of any sparkling water should be enjoyed alongside regular hard drive wiping. Warning, excessive exposure may lead to unwanted mustaches, a newfound love of trench coats, and an urge to touch kids. Subject to terms and conditions. May result in arrest.
This is the latest dispatch just received in our news.
Zin Podcast, bringing you the latest news from around the world with Victor Garsley, Crowboy, Frankenstein, and Mr. Graves. This is Shit News. Yeah, sir. It's shit news.
What's going on?
Oh, send help!
Mother, I'm unwell.
Mother. Well, you are here. You are here with Hot Lips, Funky Gibbon, Teabag, and Long Socks to bring you your weekly satchel of news delivered to you, to market fresh. And sopping at the sides, spilling out of the bag, all the news. We're trying to catch it with our little raccoon hands, but there's too much news. So therefore, we have broken it down into its essential elements for you to enjoy, because it's sopping. So are you guys ready for this week's headlines?
Yeah.
Damn. Skippy.
Tara Reid, remember her?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tara Reid on why she'd never do I'm a Celebrity, even if Jedward did it.
Well,
this one made me laugh. Jonathan Ross's daughter Honey strips down totally naked to celebrate being a soft thought.
Shit.
what's a thought?
A soft thought.
Soft thought.
The Only Way is Essex star Chloe Ross and her close friend Chris Kowalski wore matching hotel robes as they ventured out for late night snacks on a Monday evening.
Bastard!
And I did actually find this one.
Furious about that.
I did actually find this one quite funny. EastEnders Danny Dyer slams Joe Wicks as fucking irritating and says fitness fanatics have no charisma, which I have to say.
Yeah, well, I'll give it
Like, fair enough. But what I want to focus on this week, I'm just going to read the headline here. Half-naked man seen humping trees and eating their branches, caught by police.
Sorry, guys.
Well, at least you made it back for the podcast.
No. Matt, this sounds like the work of a vegan.
Oh, that's Dave.
Dave.
Is that why your hair's got shaved, Dave?
I've heard of a vegan diet, but come on, guys. No. A man in Nantucket, Naugatuck, sorry.
Sounds like it's there was a man from Nantucket.
Yeah, who who saw a tree, then he fucked it. No, he's from Naugatuck, Connecticut. He was nibbling the branches of trees and humping them. Under the influence of some sort of drugs, say deputy to police chief. Some sort of drugs. Definitely. They were called to a half-dressed man who was humping trees, screaming and eating branches. And that really, sadly, is about all the story to it. I just really like the headline. But, yeah. And I like the idea of this just naked man running around nibbling trees and humping them. Like, it's one thing if he was, like, fully chewing on them, but the fact that it sounds like he's making sweet, gentle love to these trees.
I like the idea of him being fully naked and like just gently chewing on a branch while thrusting away.
How's it going?
Slightly closed.
It looks very familiar to the
We've
picture.
done it before.
I'm getting a scoop from the funkiest of gibbons. What have you got for us?
Oh, I think it's right.
Thanks, Joe. I'm sorry, I can't remember your one. My apologies. I've got a good one.
Hot lips.
Hot lips.
Fucking hot lips, and don't you forget
I'm
it.
the only one that matters. I'm the funkiest of the gibbons. Anyway, this one's good. Con artists conjure up fake genie to dupe doctor into buying £72,000 Aladdin's lamp.
Sorry, say that slower. What?
Con artists conjure up fake genie to dupe doctor into buying £72,000 Aladdin's lamp.
Wow.
What? How? What?
Yeah. It was alleged that they conjured up a fake genie to trick their victim, Lake Khan, into handing over the cash in Uttar Pradesh, India. Khan said one of the men pretended to be an occultist and made a jinn, a supernatural figure, appear from the lamp, local media reported. But when Khan asked if he could touch the genie or take the lamp home, they refused, saying it might cause him harm, the complaint stated. Eventually, they sold the lamp to him, promising it would bring health, wealth, and good fortune. Khan stated that he later realised the genie was actually just one of the men in disguise. Mr. Khan contacted police when he realised that the lamp didn't have any magical powers, as described in the folk tale. Aladdin and the wish-granted genie did not appear when he rubbed it.
Okay. So he went into a shop and they rubbed the lamp, and a genie appeared, a jinn appeared, but it was just some guy painted purple or something.
Basically, some guy dressed up as a
he came out of the stockroom,
probably. The thing that gets me with this joke, but this guy who bought this and fell for this was a doctor, or is a doctor, and he paid 7 million rupees for it, which is the equivalent of £72,000. But the funny thing is, he said the men were arrested on Thursday and were remanded in custody ahead of charges being filed. It said the wife of one of these men was also involved in a fraud, but she's on the run. But apparently, they've done this with multiple people in the past, so this isn't the first time they've done it.
You know, if
you're gonna hustle, you got to hustle like that.
I mean, I hate scams. Scams. Some scams are just horrible.
Oh, I know.
But I think if you make people believe that they're buying themselves a genie, they deserve that money.
Yeah, some scams have gotten real lazy. They're just links in emails now. Where is the classic switcheroo fake genie scam in today's modern society?
Heck. So if you're listening and you're creating a scam, bring back genies.
Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm gonna have to stop you. I'm gonna have to stop you there, Teabag. I'm getting to something. Long socks. You're on the scene of a breaking news story.
That's right. I'm on the scene right now with everything that's going on in the world this year. Who would have thought that people, or not people, but things would be rising from their grave? Can you believe it? We're 2020 right now.
Is it yeast?
What? Is it yeast?
Yeast is
rising. Is it all the yeast people have been buying to make fucking banana bread or whatever it is?
It's all the bread that's been rising in your ovens. I'm going to talk about baking. I'm talking about zombie minks. Over the incident.
Didn't think that was going to go there.
Mass graves. Have you heard this news?
No, I didn't think minks had graves.
Neither did I. Well, basically what happened, for those of you that weren't aware, there was supposedly for what the news was saying, there was a stronger version of COVID-19 that came out, which came from minks, where minks were being culled over their fur for all the wankers that wear fur. If you
don't put your agenda in here.
Wear fur, you're a wanker. End of story. Anyway,
yeah, fair enough.
All the minks that were killed for fur consumption and stuff like that basically made you're a piece of shit. Made a stronger version of COVID-19.
Yeah, go on. When was this? Is this recently?
This was literally recently, like the last month. Denmark is famous for mink fur. It's a very large export from that country. A lot of minks are killed in that country and turned into fur coats, blah, 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 and exported across the world. So Denmark, reacting to this, they killed about 10 million minks and buried them. But they buried them deep enough, and where they've buried so many, with everything that dies and decomposes, gases start building up.
Yeah.
And basically, where the gases were building up and they didn't bury them enough, they started rising
to
their graves. Which always brings me back to that old game where it's like, rise from your grave.
Rise from your grave.
Rise from your grave.
But yeah, literally, loads of minks were buried in this. There's like a military training ground somewhere in Denmark. And because it's like a kind of north, there's a lot of sand and stuff like that. So the soil wasn't very heavy. So basically, all these dead minks were just starting to rise up through the graves and reappear.
You could play a wicked game of whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mink.
Let's go around with an oversized hammer.
Get back down. Denmark's full of zombie minks.
I bet you get some good soup out of all that, wouldn't you?
Oh, a little minky soup.
Delicious
Oh,
mink
you
soup.
cheeky little minky soup.
Minky soup.
Oh, Teabag, are you there? Are you back in the studio? Back in the studio with Teabag.
What's up, Weenies? Yes, this is Teabag, and I am here to talk about a German restaurant bears out pandemic with furry customers. Yes,
are they
German...
minks?
Or are they the people
Have they all risen from their grave and
furry minks?
Gone out for a nice 3-course meal?
No, this is actually wholesome, 100%. The owner of a Frankfurt restaurant is staging a protest against the incident. Lockdown in Germany by filling his tables with 100 stuffed toy pandas in a play on the word pandemic.
Oh my god!
Wow, that's a big stretch for that pun.
This way you've been looking for puns all day because you found the pun.
And basically, they've just filled their restaurant up with loads of panda teddies. We wanted to put some life back into our restaurant, and
that'll bring the sales in.
Yeah, but we're still losing a lot of money.
It is a silent protest, and he's put bottles of Corona with every bear. And the best bit is that once things go back to normal, he's just gonna burn all the panda teddies. You know, fuck
Oh,
all.
I think they're getting bamboozled. If you ask me.
Weak. I can't help but feel we're forcing it now.
But that's what all the pun is, isn't it? Forced humour.
Do they eat shoot? Do they eat shoots and leave?
Feel like we're making a meal out of it.
Oh, let's go to the Blank O Mattic.
Yeah,
that was a good one. I liked it.
Yeah. Stop it.
Blank O Mattic, it's chromatic, it's dramatic. Blank O Mattic. It's Blank O Mattic.
Wow, we are here at the end of this episode, and we, of course, need to bring on the Blank O Mattic. As Dave said in between, we are rolling like Fred Durst. But before we go to this Blank O Mattic, I need to put on my next
I
jacket.
can't believe you stole my shit joke. Fuck off.
Can I point out that I haven't had spirits in a very long time, and it's affecting me in ways that shouldn't do on a Thursday.
So I just need to put on this leopard print jacket for this next bit. Okay.
Oh, is it about game shows?
No.
Please tell me it's
about leopards.
This Blank O Mattic is
Carol Beckett.
How to hire a prostitute for sex.
Oh, that's a pimp.
yes.
I thought less that he was being a pimp and more he was being a male prostitute.
Rent boy.
Rent boy.
A rent boy. I like that. Yeah, a rent boy.
A little London rent boy.
Little London rent boy.
So, yes. So, this is a how to hire a prostitute for sex. Are we ready?
That exists on this website that we use.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
We've already got to that point.
It's actually had 81,000 views and it's 4.5 stars. So I hope that this is
wow.
Who was the author?
There's quite a few entries, but I had a brief look at it earlier and it looks like it could be a good one.
Cool.
Christ.
Right, so we need to work through it, okay?
Let's do it.
We need an adjective.
Bald.
Bald. We need a number.
50.
We need another adjective.
Bald.
Cat-like.
Cat-like.
Moves in the night like a cat.
Verb, present, ends in ing.
Shunting.
What the fuck? Munting.
Munting. Grunting.
Munting. Verb, base form.
Chug.
Chug.
Chug, yes, that's good. Chug.
We need 2 separate adjectives. 5 separate adjectives.
5. 5. Okay, right. 1 each.
Shaven.
1 each. Okay, so Ash, you've gone for shaven. Dave, you going for
Brain's gone dead.
I've got one.
Next. Go on.
Immense.
Immense.
Oh, that's a good one.
Immense. I'm going to go with difficult.
Okay, difficult.
Dave?
Tantalising.
Tantalising.
Do we need one more?
Two more.
Sloppy.
Slightly wet.
Oh, no, sorry. We actually only needed 4. Sorry.
Perfect.
We need a number. Dave,
7.
give us a number.
1,562.7.
1,562.
There was no politicians in that.
Oh,
a number? No, that's colours.
Colours, usually.
Oh, yeah.
I could do political numbers if you
We
want.
don't do political numbers.
12.
Oh,
just
yeah.
to do 12.
Oh, yeah.
12.
We just do normal
7.
numbers.
Boris
12.
Johnson.
12.
He said 1,526.7, my good man.
Damn it!
Verb base form. Jiggle.
Puss.
Jiggle.
I like jiggle.
I like jiggle as well.
Animal, plural.
Wombats.
Wombat. I like wombat, but what
What about a wiggly
Weeping.
wombat? Or wiggly wombats?
A wiggly weeping wombat.
Oh.
I think just wiggly wombat.
Wiggly wombats.
Is it plural? It's wombats. Wiggly wombats.
Yeah.
Wiggly wombat.
Wait, how does this have to do with prostitution?
We'll find out, won't
We
we?
started off with balding or bald. And
Yeah, that was just an adjective.
true. What's got to do with this prostitute? That's weird, isn't it? Or maybe it's the coat they're wearing.
Right, we need 3 verbs base form. Joe?
Slip.
Okay.
Trip.
Ash?
Slightly wet.
It's not a verb.
That's not a verb.
It is now. All right, okay.
Moisten would be a verb.
No, I'm not doing that out of principle. But
well, you're the one that keeps saying slightly wet.
Come back to me. Yeah, I know you're trying to help. Joe. I love you.
Wobble.
Wobble, I like that.
Wobble.
Right, Ash?
Raving.
Raving, okay.
Oh, is it base form, did you say?
Rave.
Rave.
Yeah, verb, yeah. That's not really a base form, is it? We'll go
Flap?
with
Flap?
Flap. Yeah, go with flap. Yeah, go on, Joe. Yeah, Joe saved the day. Flap.
Flap.
I'm never very good with verbs.
part of body.
Oh, Christ, not this again. Crusty tear duct.
Funny bone.
Crusty
What
tear.
about,
But
what about
what's
cankle? What about cankle?
What's the opposite to a funny bone?
Sad bone.
A sad flop.
A sad floppy bone.
My sad flop.
What's the opposite of a bone? That's the question.
My sad floppy bone.
Sad floppy bone.
Just made an elephant noise.
Right, we need 2 adjectives.
Sliced.
Desperate.
Desperate.
Gagging.
Jovial.
Jovial.
That's your name in a word.
Is my name is in that word.
Your name is in that word.
We need a noun.
Oh,
I don't know.
Sex cannon.
Bilbo's biscuits.
Sound the sex cannon.
I quite like
biscuits.
Bilbo's biscuits.
Bilbo's biscuits, sex cannons.
Being fired from the local sex cannon.
I mean, there's another noun here, so I'll write sex cannon.
Thank you. God.
We need so verb base form. I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to go with burn.
Ooh.
We need another adjective.
Itchy.
Crispy.
Ooh, crispy.
Crispy. That's a good one. Noun plural. Bags of cotton.
I don't know why that tickled me
COVID
so
cotton.
much.
Bags of COVID cotton.
Bags of
Words
cute
beginning with
cotton.
C. Cute cotton.
Bags of cotton. Fuck. None of us could think of anything better than bags of cotton. That'll do.
Yeah, he's really on that one. Bags of cotton.
A number.
Dave.
Tony Blair 2.
I'll just put 2.
Tony Blair too. I don't know, turn into political numbers, not colours anymore.
I meant to be colours, sorry. I got confused. Verb, present, ends in ing.
Splatting.
Bubbling.
Bubbling.
Splatting. Ooh, I quite like splatting.
Splatting?
I can hear the hones.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Stones.
We need 3 adjectives. Joe.
No, come back to me.
All right, I'm going to take your place. I'm going to go for fingerless.
Fingerless.
Okay, yeah. Interesting. I was going to say flatulent.
I don't know. No, that's not.
All right, we're going to go with flatulent.
Flatulent, yeah, that's fine.
We're going to stick with F's. Fidget.
Oh, that's a good one. Little fidgety prostitute.
So it'd be fidgety. Okay. So we need another part of the body.
The twinkle in your mother's eye.
I think something with a chin.
You, that is.
What about
endless chin?
Something with a chin.
Endless chin.
Ash hasn't got a chin, he's got a beard.
Chinese 5-spice chin.
What is a Chinese 5-spice chin?
It's just you sprinkle some Chinese 5-spice on your chin.
Yeah.
And then you get the delicious fragrance of Chinese 5-spice throughout your day.
Throughout the day by smearing it on your chin.
It's like, no, I'm the king of China.
Yeah. Everything smells like Chinese food today, and I can't work out why.
We need an occupation.
Satsuma presser.
Money launderer.
Mental health badger.
What is a mental health badger?
Mental support badger.
Yes. What they call when they're like your animal?
Guardian of the grapes.
Grape guardian.
Grape guardian.
We haven't got.
I like a grape
guardian of the grapes.
Guardian, I look after.
Are we having grape guardian or guardian of the grapes?
Guardian of the grapes.
Okay, yeah, guardian of the grapes. Go with that.
There's a lot of dog happening behind me, so apologies.
Dogging.
Sorry, I need to repeat. Occupation. Guardian of the grapes.
And / dogging.
Verb, base form.
Dog.
Grow.
Plunge.
Fart.
I'm going to go for plunge. Right, noun.
Bulbous buffalo.
Belittled badger.
This is an animal.
A bulbous badger. All right, we're probably going to.
Wait, we've gone for we've had a badger already, have we?
No, we went for Guardian of the Grapes.
Oh yeah.
Stupid. Of course we did.
Right, we need 4 separate adjectives. Okay, so let's go for one each.
Oh Christ!
Right, I'm going to go with clumsy.
Oh,
Joe.
Handsome.
Ooh. Ash.
Crazy.
Okay, and Dave.
Belittle again.
Belittle.
Belittle. To be belittled.
Is that an adjective?
I don't know actually. Don't care.
I think that's a verb, isn't it? Because you belittle someone.
True. I can't think of an adjective now.
Unconscious.
That's the one.
That'll do.
That always goes great in a How to Hire a Prostitute. Verb, present, ends in ing.
Scrubbing.
Scrubbing. I like that. Scrubbing.
Unclean.
Just so unclean. Smells.
A verb, base form.
Squish.
Oh, I like that. Squish.
Squish.
Don't squish the garden of the grapes, though.
Noun.
The bloodied stump of Sir Horatio Clementine.
.com cigarette packet.
Right, I think we can use that for another one. I like the bloodied stump of
Horatio Clementine after the war.
Who was that chef who was...
Someone finished that sentence.
The bloodied stump of Horatio. I feel like we can do a different surname.
What, the Horatio Clementine? The great war hero?
Yeah,
How dare you, good sir?
From the Crustacean War.
Horatio...
Stump.
Winkleberry.
Herpes liquor.
No.
Oh.
That's better than Horatio Clementine.
Liquor herb.
Liquor herb. I like
Horatio liquor herb.
Okay, we're going with Horatio liquor herb. Verb present ends in ing.
Winning?
Scrapping.
Choking.
Oh, yeah, choking.
I'm just
You
thinking.
said that so. You said that so like.
Sorry, I was just thinking the last time I had an interaction with a prostitute. Sorry.
Oh, you did the same thing. I mean, you did.
Yeah.
We'll talk later.
Verb present ends in ing. Adopting.
Hiding the evidence.
Hiding. Noun plural.
Someone else go.
Ian writes.
Ian writes leathery balls.
A wicker tampon.
A wicker
tampon.
A wicker tampon.
A wicker tampon.
Fearne Cotton's wicker tampons.
Fearne Cotton's wicker tampon.
Tampons is plural.
Fearne Cotton's wicker tampons. Fucking brilliant. They're good for the environment, but they hurt like shit coming out.
I think we found our episode name.
Fearne Cotton's wicker tampon.
Tampons.
Tampons plural.
Don't pull them out too fast.
As if that would fucking work.
Hey, you don't know how the woman's body works, David.
I know, I don't, but fucking wicker won't.
Adjective.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Vain.
Daphne, well.
Vain.
Scratchy. Fun sound of it. Veins.
Wicker tampon.
Oh, we can have scratchy. Noun plural.
Oh my.
I'm just trying to think of a celebrity from the 90s.
Chocolate lizard.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
What about Molly Ringwald's oily slippers? I'm just putting random words together.
I like oily slippers.
James Woods' oily slippers.
James Woods.
What about just about an old pair of oily slippers?
Mr. Blobby's oily slippers.
Why have they got to be some 90s celebrities?
Didn't you bring Mr. Blobby last time?
What about Keith Lemon's oily slippers? That'll work.
I've already written Mr. Blobby.
All right, that's fine. They're both the same anyway.
Mr. Blobby.
Same person.
Location.
Outside Butlins. Skegness.
Skegness Butlins, yeah.
Outside the entrance to Skegness Butlins.
I just like Skegness Butlins.
Skegness Butlins.
Like the least inspiring place I could think of.
Mate, I think we should have something that wouldn't be in a Butlins.
No, just Skegness Butlins. I just like the I like
the pirate ship in the playground at Skegness Butlins.
No, like something like
Brisketville Butlins.
Odeon Cinema.
I just like Skegness Butlins because it's so dull compared to everything we've just said.
Yeah, but if you'd probably find a prostitute at Skegness Butlins.
He's right, you know.
That's where they go on holiday.
Have you been to Butlins?
That's what I'm saying.
Get sued by Butlins.
Like
What about a top of the Lions in Trafalgar Square?
No, but fuck it.
Top of the Lions.
We got Skegness Butlins.
Camden Zoo.
Right,
London
we need a noun.
Skegness.
Frog eyelashes. I don't know.
Frog eyelashes. Magpie eyelashes. Thank you very much.
Frog mittens.
Froggy nips.
Real frog mittens.
Froggy nippies.
Mittens.
Fried frog nips.
Fried frog.
Escargot. That's snails.
Frog nips and salamander lips.
Dog tits.
Well, in fact, we got to actually do 3 nouns, so we can all have one each. So we can have. I'm gonna go with dead frog condom.
Dead frog condom. That's
Using a dead frog as a condom.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like it.
I like it. I'll buy
pleasure.
it. Ribbed.
I want a can of blended buffalo.
Can of blended buffalo. And Ash, what do you want?
a discarded double-decker wrapper.
Discarded.
The saddest of London, of like
Added to
England,
trash.
England detritus.
So if you're an American listener or from wherever, a double decker is a UK chocolate bar. We need 3.
It's like a Kit Kat on acid.
Yeah,
Sure.
with nougat. With nougat.
Nougat.
We need 3 adjectives. I'm going to go for mindful.
Bootylicious.
Mindful.
Mindful.
What about spacious? Spacious.
Spacious. Okay. Name a store. Where are we gonna? Where do we buy things?
Willie's
Millets.
Wigwam Emporium.
We always bring in wigwams. What?
Clan no boots.
Glenn.
Wait, no, we're in Skegness. Hold up.
Adam Fillery's Furniture Finesse.
I like that. Adam Fillery's Jam Sandwich Emporium.
Adam Fillery's Jam Sandwich Emporium.
Jam Sandwich Jamboree.
Yeah.
Oh, inside joke times 100 here.
Everyone listening won't find this part funny. No, just kidding.
At least one of you will find this funny.
Verb based form. Throw.
Spaff.
Yes.
Spit.
Throw.
Oh, spit. Oh, I quite like the word spit.
Oh, yeah.
Spit.
Verb present ends in S. Wipes.
Oh,
Shoves.
yeah. What? No, I like, shoves. Shoves or wipes? I mean, I'm good. I'm happy with both.
I'm happy with either.
Wipe me, shove me.
Right, noun.
Regular slinky.
A regular slinky.
Hello, it's me, the editing bot. It looks like some cheeky little hamsters got into the podcast machine whilst the boys were merrily recording and right-flipped up the Blank O Mattic. I have spread some hot creamy robot paste over the situation to mend it as best I can. Thank you for your patience and remember, all hamsters are cunts.
Well.
Oh. What happened there, eh?
This was instantaneous cut on the podcast, but there's actually been about half an hour where my internet went down and then the whole Zoom meeting saved.
The best thing about it is that after all of us pretending that we were frozen, you were actually frozen, and then the 3 of us were like
laughing.
Has he frozen? And we were like, all right, this is too long now.
In between shots,
and then you disconnected.
In between shots earlier, they were doing this really fucking long, drawn-out gag that actually ran into the show, which you would have seen or heard earlier, where they were pretending to be frozen. But actually, when you look at the playback of it, there's Dave's fuck off, Dave. Dave says something about a regular old slinky, and then there's everyone frozen and me scrambling around for about a minute trying to work out if it was a joke or not. And then realizing it wasn't a joke after about 20 seconds, and then just pressing loads of buttons on my computer, willing it to work.
Okay.
Regular old slinky.
Regular old slinky. And now we need an adjective.
I've completely lost.
I don't even remember saying that. That's a funny thing.
I've completely lost the fucking plot now.
Persistent.
A panicky. A fucking.
Right, we need a verb, past tense.
Sweated.
Persuaded.
Perspired.
Loosened.
Perspirated.
Oh, loosened. Yeah. I like loosened.
Right, we need 2 verbs, present, ends in ing. Spurting.
Wanking.
Oh, spurting.
Winning.
Cranking.
Cranking. What, like a...
Yeah.
The Americans will say cranking one
Fondling.
Cranking one out.
Fondling. Fondling.
Fondling a precious fondant fancy.
How does one fondle Ashley? Show us again.
Occupation.
Space cowboy.
What's that? Space cowboy.
Whoop woo.
A space cat.
Yeah, call me Maurice.
Occupation, Maurice.
Space cowboy. Maurice, the case. Space cowboy.
The case Palboy.
Yeah.
The case Palboy. We've all got.
What about
half an hour?
Space cowboy?
In the half an hour.
Yeah, Space cowboy, codenamed Maurice.
2 verbs, base form.
Spaff.
Swing.
Swing spaff. Spaff swing.
Swing low, sweet spaffiot.
A noun.
Legend.
Dusty grandfather clock in a scary, spooky house.
How long's this noun?
I like dusty grandfather clock.
Yeah.
I think dusty grandfather.
Oh, dusty grandfather.
Dusty grandfather.
Get rid of the clock. Just a dusty grandfather.
Okay.
Yes. Dusty granddad.
Swing low, dusty grandfather.
We need an adverb.
Adverb.
Oh shit! What's an adverb?
Suspiciously.
Is that an adverb?
Yeah, it's something before
It's,
a verb.
Yeah.
An adverb.
Oh, like. Okay.
Yeah. So suspiciously.
Yeah, go with that. Go with that.
Food item.
Carrot.
Jar of
Polo Picante.
What?
It's Spanish.
Penis polos.
Earlier.
Jar of penis.
Polos.
Penis polos and chorizo.
Chorizo penis polos.
What?
Penis polos in a jar with a side of chorizo.
No, this is too much writing.
What about fruity polos?
Jar of fruity polos. That's crazy.
Whoa.
Jar of pickled foreskins.
Oh, no.
Pickled penguins' foreskins.
Jar of pickled penguins foreskin.
Just a jar of pickled penguins.
Oh yeah, jar of pickled
penguins. Can you?
Jar of pickled penguins is fucking hard to say when you're a little half.
How many packs of pickled penguins?
I've gone for jar of pickled penguins foreskins.
Why would you not go for jar of pickled penguins peckers?
Oh, there we are.
Pick up a pickled penguins.
Because I'm just looking forward to you trying to say that later on.
Jar of
Can you make it pick up a pack of pickled penguins?
I think we found another new title for this episode. Jar of pickled penguins.
You say pick up a pack of
pickled
penguins.
penguin.
Pick up a pack of. Pick up a jar of penguins.
Penguin.
Are we replacing jar with packet on?
Pack, yeah, pack.
Pick up a
yeah.
pack of penguins pickled.
Pack of pickled penguin peckers.
Packet of pickled penguin peckers.
Packet of pickled penguin peckers.
Right,
Pick up a packet of pickled.
Right, we're gonna like it. You're gonna like. We got 2 of these. We need flavors.
Oh,
Salt and vinegar. Prawn cocktail.
Caramel discharge.
Oh.
Yep.
Raunchy radish relish.
Raunchy reddish relish.
I like just raunchy relish, like a bit of raunchy relish.
A little bit of raunchy relish. Raunchy relish.
Right, we're nearly there. 2 verb base forms. Shoot. Jiggle.
And boop.
We've had jiggle.
Boop. Boop.
I know it was a long time ago now.
Boop.
Little boop.
And burn.
Burn?
Yeah.
We had burn before, didn't we? We've had burn already.
Maybe.
Yeah. Pretty sure we have right near the beginning.
Boop. What about caress?
Boop.
Caress, yeah. Okay. Right. 2 more options. We got noun plural.
Beats. Thierry Henry, speedy knees.
Who's the footballer that died recently?
Diego Maradona. Let's not go there.
Maradona's
bloated cocaine corpse.
No.
Please, dear editing
Let's not
Joe,
go there.
Yeah.
cut this out.
Bloated cocaine core.
I'll put that under as just noun. Maradona's bloated cocaine core.
Oh my god.
She was a good singer though, wasn't she?
Right, noun plural, where we was originally.
Thierry Henry's Speedy Niece. Thierry Henry's Speedy Niece.
I don't really know how to spell Thierry Henry.
Thierry.
It's fine. I've written my own version.
Terry Henry.
Terry Henry.
Terry Henry.
Terry Henry Speedy
And a lady very later on going, who the fuck's Terry? Oh, yeah,
Brexit
Terry.
I mean, that's how most of the people used to say it in Highbury. Thierry Henry Speedy Niece.
Right.
What's French for Varvarvoom?
It's only because I was looking at a fucking picture of Thierry Henry.
Fucking Arsenal, man.
Guys, are you ready for how to hire a prostitute?
Wait. Everyone have a drink, as is the rules.
Cheers.
Want to have a drink?
Right then.
How to hire a prostitute.
Teach me your ways.
How to hire a prostitute for sex.
Sorry, not for holding my hand and crying deeply.
If I ever hired a prostitute, I'd bring her over to help me get past a co-op game of Gears of War on Xbox.
Yes.
Zombies.
Actually, before you start, do you remember, Matt, when we were getting ready for a night out once, and we had a bit of time before we had to leave because it was quite a late event.
I remember this.
We called Babe Station, and we asked the woman it was near Christmas, and we asked her what she wanted for Christmas and what kind of present she got for her family. And she got very confused and was like, and she's like, do you want me to tell you what I'm wearing? And we're like, no. More about the presents.
We were in a mess.
I remember that. Oh my god.
Parents' place.
Yeah, and we were literally asking her like normal questions, like, so what'd you get your mum for Christmas?
Yeah. And she was like, do you not want me to like get naked? And we were like, no, just tell us what you want.
We were just spawn of stupid questions, wasn't it? And you can see her on the TV being like,
we clearly don't know how to speak to people in the sex industry, so please inform us, Matthew.
Well, I will. Are we ready? Take another sip.
Better run out.
Oh.
How to hire a prostitute for sex.
Sex.
Is apparently one of the most natural and bold acts that can occur between 2 to 50 people.
That's you.
Someone's been to Japan.
But sometimes sex is not readily cat-like. If you are munting, a creep, or a leper.
Oh.
That's very true. Sex is not readily available if you are munting, a creep, or a leper.
Bits do tend to fall off.
Yeah.
Don't bother.
In such cases, you may wish to chug a prostitute to fulfill your balding needs. The following steps will ensure a successful hire and a shaven 3 to 5 minute session for all.
Shaven.
That 3 to 5 minutes is generous.
Bring cash.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Fewer than 12% of prostitutes jiggle when you pretend to run your immense card through their cleavage.
Jiggle with my card.
Find a prostitute. Oh. They gather in packs near downtown difficult holes in hopes their numbers will protect them from tantalizing wiggly wombats. I love the idea that prostitutes are constantly under threat from wombats in their town.
I feel like you need a David Attenborough voice. The prostitutes are hiding from the wombats.
This sounds like some kind of like cyberpunk dystopian film.
You will want to look as little like a wiggly wombat as possible. Okay, so if they think you're a wiggly wombat, you're fucked.
Damn.
Well, you're not fucked, are you?
Note, guys. Please take note.
Okay.
If a prostitute says, "Hey there, wiggly wombat," he or she is testing you.
Oh.
Do not slip, or the pack will wobble. Instead,
I just imagine like those wacky wavy inflatable arm things.
Instead, flap the prostitute in the sad floppy bone and try a harmless bird call to sir or him at ease. In certain cities, they can also be found in the desperate pages.
Is that the new version of the Yellow Pages?
Yeah.
A lot of this we didn't write.
No.
Just open up.
The words are ours.
Just open up the jovial book, and there they are. Now, guys, when you talk to a prostitute, you need to know the lingo.
Yeah.
All right.
Know the lingo. Cool. Few things are less enticing to a prostitute than improper syntax and Bilbo's biscuits usage. What? Right?
Sorry, say that again.
So few things are less enticing to a prostitute than improper syntax or Bilbo's biscuits usage. So you want to be
they will crumb up your vag.
Yeah. So you want to be absolutely sure to burn at least these few crispy street terms.
Oh, I'm going to start using that. Hey kids, hey youth, have you heard these crispy street terms?
They need to be burned into your brains, yo. Whoa.
Okay, so hooker is also known as a prostitute.
Yep.
Specifically one that uses bags of cotton to catch his or her clients. You know what it's like? You're in a street corner, your prostitute comes out to you, just shows her a bag of cotton. Delicious, fresh and white, and you're like...
Is that like the Mason's handshake?
Yeah.
Bag of cotton.
Oh. Bag of cotton, sir. Now. I could go with a twiddlywink.
How much cotton has one got?
I don't understand this.
3 bags full, sir.
You said John, number 1.
Yeah, John. John is someone who goes to visit a prostitute.
Oh, okay. John.
I mean, I don't know what a John is.
Okay, John.
Sorry, what?
Oh yeah, John. Oh yeah.
Well, obviously, then you use terms such as a prostitute sex cannon.
Yeah.
Number 2, a toilet.
Oh yeah.
And number 3, both for $2.95 extra.
Oh.
I'm paying that. I'm paying the $3 all the way, girl.
Okay, so you also need to know about the term rolling. Okay.
Oh yeah.
The optional
this shit right here.
the optional robbing and/or splatting of a fingerless John after the conclusion of a successful transaction.
I knew a girl that gave me a fingerless John.
Let me finish.
Is that just above the clothes rub?
In flatulent cases, may lead to involuntary Chinese 5-spice chin donation. If you choose to be rolled, make sure your fidgety license features a donor sticker.
Yep.
Ask if the prostitute is actually an undercover guardian of the grapes officer.
Are you a guardian of the grapes? You fooled me again.
You got me.
They're required by law to plunge you if they are. Once revealed, they will often give you a bulbous badger if the Guardians of the Grapes department is under a particularly clumsy budget crunch.
Oh, so have this bulbous badger. You're helping fight crime.
Find a handsome spot. Okay, you've got to find a handsome spot. Once you've succeeded in scrubbing your prostitute, you're going to want to squish your success to the bloodied stump of Horatio Liquorherb by choking in the most crazy place you can without getting arrested.
That whole sentence was a fucking trip.
That went so dark. Find your prostitute and take her somewhere and choke her.
Do it again.
You got to scrub her first.
Once you've succeeded in scrubbing your prostitute, you're going to want to squish your success to the bloodied stump of Horatio Liquorherb by choking in the most crazy place you can without getting arrested.
Oh, God. I'm going to choke you with the stump of Horatio Liquorherbs.
Nothing sets the mood better than unconscious street lighting.
Oh, my God. Oh, this street lighting so unconscious.
Sorry. There was actually more than that. Nothing sets the mood better than unconscious street lighting, hiding off a carpet of broken Fearne Cotton's Wicker tampons, and scratchy Mr. Blobby's oily slippers. So always try the alleyway behind Skegness Butlins, because there you will find the street lighting is unconscious, and the carpet of broken Fearne Cotton's Wicker tampon and scratchy Mr. Blobby's oil.
Oh,
that's where we left it.
For sure, you'll find some prostitutes in the alleyway behind Skegness Bar.
Remember, the other Johns will have had the same dead frog condom. So you may want to keep a mindful location in mind. You want to be the first person to use that frog. Appropriate.
Well, there's a pond somewhere.
You know what though? They have quite stretchy skin because of the ribbiting.
There's only one way to find out.
His neck when you fucking.
Appropriate places include Bootylicious can of blended buffalo playgrounds.
Oh yeah. Bones.
Spacious cars, or a corner discarded double-decker wrapper at the nearest Adam Fillery's jam sandwich jamboree.
So you fuck on an old chocolate wrapper in Adam Fillery's discount jamboree.
Shop that's clearly been shut for about 20 years. Go on, Johnson.
Spit. This is the best sentence. Are you ready?
Yeah. I'm not.
When you do that.
Spit sex.
Was that something we came up with?
Yeah, we wrote
spit. We wrote spit. Yeah.
That's it. That's the one sentence.
Spit sex.
I just wrote.
Hey, baby. You ready? Yeah, you got it?
Hey. I just imagine like one of them, like, you know, when they like that chewing tobacco spit.
Oh, no.
Right, so, right, are you ready? Are you ready?
Spit sex.
Spit sex. I can't help you there. This article is only about wipes, a prostitute. Having the old regular slinky is your business. Get away, persistent. No one has figured out this step. Congratulations. You have successfully loosened a prostitute.
Oh. I just spat on my mic. Oh. You've loosened a...
That's got to be one of the worst sentences I've ever heard.
Achievement unlocked.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You've
loosened a prostitute. Actually, you finished the game.
So, guys, do you want some tips?
Well,
no.
Do we need any?
Note that this guide is for spurting a prostitute for sex. For information on fondling a prostitute for home repair, see the article.
For home repair?
Yeah.
What, just
like
fill in
a prostitute to come do your
yeah.
Yeah. How to hire a prostitute for home repair. Also note, home repair is usually done by Maurice the Space Cowboy.
I did have him round last week, to be fair. He was doing the caulking.
So if you got home improvements and you're about to hire a prostitute, don't hire Maurice the Space Cowboy.
Or hire them, but have make them loose.
Yeah.
Bit on them.
Sometimes prostitutes end up being members of a gender you don't expect. If this happens, don't freak out. You will swing the prostitute and they are known to spaff.
What? I suppose they probably will.
Just accept the dusty grandfather suspiciously.
What are you doing here while we're having sex?
Accept the dusty grandfather suspiciously, like when a packet of pickled penguin peckers you thought were caramel discharge turns out to be raunchy relish. It is best not to try to boop a conversation with a prostitute unless you discover you caress something in common, like an interest in Thierry Henry's spinning knee or Maradona's bloated cocaine corpse addiction.
Oh, God.
And there we have it, guys. That's how to hire a prostitute.
That took many turns. It was a windy road.
Hire a prostitute off that. I'm never going to hire a prostitute. Hello. I was doing Sin and Jim.
Don't be so fucking judgmental. I'll maybe want to loosen a prostitute once or twice in my life.
Oh, you know how you loosen her?
WD-40.
No.
Spit sex.
Spit sex.
Spit sex.
Spit.
Sorry,
You're not listening?
WD-40 is for Maurice the Spaffer Cowboy.
Yeah. Don't get them confused.
Yeah. Imagine if you did accidentally like ring up back in the days of like phone booth fucking numbers, and you rang a prostitute to do your home repairs.
Hi, can you come over right now? I've got a need.
Yeah,
I've got
Bathtub's leaking.
What are you wearing? It's like, oh, I'm wearing my best underwear. Well, you better put some dungarees on, love. I need you to fix my sink.
I do find there is something a bit sexy about a woman in dungarees. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
I'm into
So welcome to Sin and Gin Podcast. This is the end. I say welcome. I don't know why.
Welcome to the end of the
Welcome to the end of Sin and Gin Podcast. This was our weird Blank O Mattic. Thank you very much. Make sure you stay safe.
This is our quarter of a century.
Yeah, this is the 25th episode.
Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thunk it?
Adam and Eve did.
So thank you, sinners. Please give us a little like on Facebook if you listen to us. Check us out, and we love you. Goodbye. Way!